I'm pretty sure plenty of you guys have seen theories relatable to this one before, so what makes this one different? In my take of this theoretical topic, I'll be supporting all of my points with hardcore cutscenes, logic, developments, and lore. This video will also be scripted to keep the message I'm trying to convey clear as possible. Alright, with that being said, let's begin. In a very specific set of moments in this installment, we get to see our future duo or trio, Sora, Riku, and Kairi. These characters all connect to one or two of the BBS era's three main protagonists, Terra, Aqua, or Vin. To instill these connections to those with a lack of knowledge of them, these connections are Terra to Riku, Aqua to Kairi, Riku, and Sora, and Ventus to Sora. These connections are connected to the elusive Keyblade's truth, but somebody's connections are not meant to be. Sora's, the most noted visit to Destiny Islands, is connected to Terra's journey. Here we get the first piece of evidence that supports the theory. In this era, Terra acknowledges Riku's inner strength and will to protect what's precious to him. Through the relative outlook on these views, he decides to pass down the power of the Keyblade to Riku. Keep this in mind as we go ahead. It will fall into the speculative ending of this video series.
In your hand, take this key. So long as you have the makings, then through this simple act of taking, its wielder you shall one day be, and you will find me, friend. No ocean will contain you then. No more borders around or below or above, so long as you champion the ones you love.
After this, Riku is told to keep the ceremony a secret for the sake of not sparking interest in the other islanders. You know, the affairs of the world's trope inside of Kingdom Hearts. The next piece of evidence is Aqua's visit, where she has the thought to bestow the power to Sora, but decides against it after reminiscing about the current state of her friendship with Terra and Ventus. This leads her to ask of a favor of Sora. She asks him to protect Riku, be his guide in the darkness, and lead him down the right path. It is from this we learn exactly why Sora is not connected to the Keyblade's truth.
One of you might be special enough. Hey. You two mind telling me your names?
I'm Sora.
And you?
Riku.
Someone has already passed this boy the power. Was it Terra? Sora, do you like Riku?
Of course I like him. He's my best friend.
Good. So then if something happens and Riku is about to get lost, or say he starts wandering down a dark path alone, you make sure to stay with him and keep him safe. That's your job, Sora, and I'm counting on you to do it, okay? One Keyblade is enough for any friendship. I learned it the hard way. I wouldn't wish our lives on those children. Terra, please tell me, what's to become of us?
Finally, the end of the evidence supporting the theory is once again in Terra's portion of the story. In fact, the very end of it. Here we hear Terra say,
Aqua. Then. One day, I will set this right.
After falling into the deepest depths of darkness. At the time, I couldn't tell why this was said. I mean, Terra was reduced to an armor, but that armor will help us solidify this theory later. In this era, the beginning of Sora and Riku's journeys begin. We all know the Kingdom Key was supposed to be Riku's, but due to his wavering heart between light and darkness, compassion and arrogance, the Kingdom Key moved down the line, or at least that's what we are led to believe throughout the game and later on in the series. So obviously it moves on to Sora. Throughout his KH1 journey, Sora learns many things that come with being the key bearer. These lessons and developments all instill into the player that Riku isn't fit to be the bearer of the Keyblade or the Kingdom Key, or at least not yet. So as time progresses, you get a few run-ins with Riku, who expresses emotions like envy and disdain towards Sora due to his grand adventure and new companions he gets to undertake with his newfound power. This develops all the way up until the end, when Riku's jealousy consumes his heart and blinds him in darkness, so much so that he goes as far as to let Ansem enter his heart to try and achieve greater strength to get an advantage over Sora. But after the reveal of Ansem's true motives and an elongated battle weakening Ansem, Riku comes to his senses and helps Sora stop Ansem from conquering Kingdom Hearts, after which he finally reflects on his journey and how he treated his friends and decides to be locked away in the realm of darkness, where he's defeated by the Heartless but saved by Naminé or Mickey or Diz, whichever one actually wound up saving him inside of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, which is where we're going to be heading into right now, so let's get into it. In this short journey, Riku reflects upon his previous adventure again, but this time with a better understanding of why he isn't chosen by the Kingdom Key and how he let himself be consumed by his own lust for power and adventure. With the help of Mickey, Naminé, and Diz, he overcomes those past sins, even Ansem's hold on his heart, in which it is discovered that a rare power lies inside of Riku, the ability to balance the light and darkness in his heart. Now we move into Kingdom Hearts 2. In this journey, Riku starts to forgive himself for his past failures. As Sora and Kairi has, this leads him to hold out small threads of hope for rekindling his friendship with Sora and Kairi. Although still keeping his distance out of fear, he later accepts the way things are. But during this journey, he also comes into possession of a new, different Keyblade, a gift he has trouble accepting. Dream Drop Distance Era. In this journey, the loose ends of the theory starts to come together if you pay solid attention. So definitely go ahead and get your, of course, analysis goggles on, get your, of course, your get your mind right, because we're about to get into the final pieces of course, this theory, but we have one more era to talk about, or one more journey to speak about, although we haven't really seen that journey just yet. In this journey, the loose ends of the theory starts to come together. Riku embarks on a journey into Sora's heart and Sora in the world's hearts. Their goal is to awaken the worlds that remained asleep from their two previous journeys as their Mark of Mastery exam. But along the way, young Xehanort plays into their exam, rigging it to try and capture our current hero, Sora, and turn him into a Xehanort vessel. During this journey, there's two different developments for each character, or there's a development for each character. Sora dives into the deepest depths of darkness and the beginning of his self-doubt, and Riku's rekindling of heart and path into the light, regaining confidence in himself. Around the closing acts of the game, from both perspectives we learn two things about both characters. Sora is prone to darkness, like he's ridiculously prone to darkness, and Sora is not meant to be on the path that he's been taking the past couple years. Riku is immune to Xehanort's darkness and is strong enough to defend not only his heart but also the hearts of others. And Riku has finally become strong enough to protect what is precious to him, which plays into Terra's choice to give him the power of the Keyblade inside of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. After discovering that Riku has the power to dive into other people's hearts, Master Yen Sid decides their fate rests best on Riku's shoulders, seeing as he's dived into the deepest depths of darkness 2 times, and in both struggles he's came out just fine, making him the best choice for the new Keyblade Master. And finally, I know it's going to be kind of sketchy to you guys that I'm actually going to bring this up, Kingdom Hearts 3. This era is short on details, or this journey is short on details, I know. but what we've learned already is enough to at least hint at the theories supported by the aforementioned evidence. Let's take a look at the speech or the conversation between young Xehanort and young Ericus.
On that land shall darkness prevail and light expire. The future, it's already been written.
Well, Riku has been shown in Dream Drop Distance to withstand the deepest depths of darkness, stated once again by young Xehanort, the know-it-all himself. Also, if we go back to Terra's promise, Vin, Aqua, I'll make this right, we learn that Riku is capable of saving others from the darkness that befalls them, while Sora possesses the connections to all the characters, but does not possess the power to save them from their darkness due to his own lack of ability to keep himself or his own heart safe from the darkness. And if darkness consumes the light in the Battle of the 13 Seekers in the 7 Guardians War, Riku is the only known character with the ability to not be afflicted by said darkness, meaning only he could face Xehanort, which he has already taken on his power once or twice. When he fights young Xehanort, and then when he fights Ansem, that's 2 times. So in the end, only Riku could be the hero, with Sora being the guide of the hero as Aqua asked him to be. The short cutscene from the first trailer actually showing the Keyblade that Master Ericus uses appearing on Destiny Islands is just a little bit more of evidence. Now we know that Sora will become a Keyblade Master. If I'm not mistaken, Tetsuya Nomura has already confirmed this, but as of the time of course, Sora picking up the Keyblade, or Master Ericus' key, then we know that Sora possibly or reasonably shouldn't be a Keyblade Master just yet. I mean, if we're looking at it in a real perspective, with the change of Sora's clothes, it should be after that he becomes the Keyblade Master. So let me know what you guys think about the theory. This is my biggest theory yet. I mean, I've tried to put as much evidence as possible into it, and I've tried to use cutscenes and use certain moments that actually support the theory. Now, I'm not ignoring, of course, that Sora has accomplished so much. So everything that Sora has done has basically been, he's always been the forefront of the story. But when we look at the story and certain developments inside of the story besides Sora's, and we actually look at Riku's and exactly how this was all set up inside of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, which is literally the most important game outside of Kingdom Hearts 3, where we will find out the truth in due time, definitely Riku was the character that was supposed to only possess the Keyblade. But like how I said about Kingdom Hearts 1 in that journey, or at the beginning of that journey, Riku had a wavering heart. His heart was divided between light and darkness. And of course, with his darkness being over his light, because of course he wanted to have that adventure, he had a lust for adventure, and he wanted to become strong, he thought that was the right way, I guess, to protect his friends. But of course, the Kingdom Key did not agree with that. And as we learned from Master Xehanort, young Xehanort, inside of the Dream Drop Distance, inside of the recoded, special scene and stuff, the one that they added in for Kingdom Hearts 2.5, the heart and the connection to the key that the key bearer possesses is actually connected, meaning that their wills have to be simultaneous. So once Riku has actually become enough of a character, or once he develops enough, will it be possible that the Kingdom Key will actually finally go back to its true master? This is Bean Boy Mazia. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you agree with it, hit that thumbs up button. If you don't, then hit that thumbs down button, or just share what you don't agree with in the comments section below. Anyways, don't forget to do a little A-class gaming, and everything you do, don't forget to keep it A-class, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace the heck out.